Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. Welcome. Give yourselves a hand for being here. So early. Pretty good. Well, we got a great lineup for you this morning. We're going to talk about how to get more. Who could use more buyer leads? Anybody? How about more listing leads? Yeah! And you do realize the mascots of EXP have arrived. My parents, Jim and Carol Gove. Give them a hand. Wave at my parents. Awesome parents. All right, well, we're going to get going. And so take a lot of notes. I'm up first. And then we're going to have Marguerite come and share some what we're calling rocket fuel, sales fuel for your business. And then we're going to go ahead and have Don Yoakum come up, who is an absolute iconic superstar in the world of real estate. He's going to be talking to you about professional referrals. Now, here's what a lot of you did. You saw the flyer, you're not professional referrals, I don't need that. It's the best source for your business, and you don't even realize it. So, I want to say this today. You're going to get out of this what you put into it. How many would agree with that? In other words, if you sit on the edge of your seats and you take notes and you're looking for gold, you will find it. If you lean back, cross your arms, your legs, and your eyes and go, motivate me, or we'll see, guess what? You probably won't get a lot out of it. So I really want you, I have found that if I'm taking notes, write down everything you hear, and then go to lunch later today and take notes from your notes. So we ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things I loved about real estate, everyone asked me, well, if you were brand new and you had no mojo, what would you do? And if you parachute me into Boise, Idaho, Miami, Florida, Denver, Colorado, Cheyenne, Wyoming, it doesn't matter. I'll take questions again. When we go ahead and put me anywhere, I would be doing open houses. That's what I would do. It's the quickest way to get up and running. Now, a lot of you have gone like, well, I've already tried open houses and it didn't work for me. I did the same thing. I wrote it off for two or 3 years. I wrote off the open houses, and all of a sudden, I noticed a company that was killing it. A little no-name company called John Brooks Realty. Raise your hand if you've heard of John Brooks Realty. Raise your hand high. 3 people in the room because they heard me tell the story. It is 1998, and they're beating Coldwell Banker, Remax, and Century 21 and Lions. So those Keller Williams didn't exist back in '98. They were not in Sacramento. There were no franchises at all in Northern California. So the big four was Century 21 was a force to be reckoned with. Lions, of course, Remax, and Coldwell Banker. And then this little company, John Brooks Realty, beating everybody on these things called bank repos, because we had a big correction in the 90s, just like we recently had. And real estate runs in cycles. And what I noticed was this little no-name company was selling more bank repos, HUD repos, 500 moves you in, than all the big brokerages put together. And everybody wanted to sell them because the commission was 5%. How much do you get 5% when you sell a house to a buyer? Now the homes were $60,000, $80,000, and $100,000. You guys are spoiled. What's the typical house cost now? Anybody? $400, $350. It was 2 years before I sold a home. I got the luxury market. It was Orangeville, $128,000. My first home over $100,000. But we're selling homes at $80, $90, and $100,000, getting $4,000 or $5,000 a house. You sell 2, 3, 4 of those a month. You're making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. It wasn't bad. So John Brooks Realty is killing everybody. So what I want you to do, when you've done open houses with success, or you failed at it like I initially did, I want you to just start fresh and give it an open thought. Now some of you are going, there's no way I'm doing an open house. What if you hired a young superstar person, right? Young with energy, right? Like right here, Matthew, right? That young man. And he's eager beaver, ex-pharmaceutical sales, ex-copier sales, ex-whatever, and gets into business, is like, I'm going to tear it up. You say, here's what you need to do, go to an open house. You know what they're going to do? Okay, I'm going to go to open houses. I took that idea, copied John Brooks Realty, I'm about to show you how I did it, and basically made $3.8 million in a single year. Is that good or bad? So whatever you did, forget it. I'll tell you this, I had a friend drag me to a sushi restaurant at Yard and Fair Mall about 25 years ago. And I wrote it off for 10, 15 years after that. It was not a good experience. Does anybody know anything about McCooney's? Right? Love it. I'm a huge fan. You may have tried open houses, failed. I want you to start fresh. So let's get into this. So what I'm going to do is talk to you about how we've succeeded at the highest levels. You don't have to do them. You can have your agents do them. Today I have 23 agents. I don't provide these to my agents. I've taught them how to do this, and you can teach people how to do it. So basically how the system works is this. Well, before I get to that, how would you agree with this? If you're really going to do something huge in real estate, you got to master lead generation. Anybody agree with that?
Yes.
Absolutely. How many of you go on a listing lead every day? Only takes an hour. Why don't you? You don't understand how to do listings and to generate leads. Do you know that people call me every day to list their homes? Every day. I actually stopped running the ads because I find it bothersome. It is. How would you like to be in my position? I said, stop running the ads. I don't want to talk to people about listing their $900,000 house. Yesterday I was talking to someone about, it just worked, not bragging or anything, but I'm just saying, I was talking to a client, $900,000 sale. He's going to give me 6%, which will keep 3.5, put out 2.5. $30,000 commission. 15 minutes later, James, where's James? Is he in the room? Back there. 15 minutes later, I'm on the phone talking to this guy. He's telling me about his solar system and how many amps and watts and how his bill's low. And James is like, get off the phone. How did you be in a position where $30,000 is a waste of your time? Anybody? Listen up. We're going to teach you how to, but you got to get a little crazy. Who wants to get a little crazy? Anybody? There you go. Thank you. That was calm days. Number one Keller Williams agent 7 times worldwide in the past 20 years. So it's interesting, the one person screamed. It's like, you gotta want it. Anybody got fire in your veins here? Because let me tell you, you're not gonna succeed in real estate if you just kind of la-di-da the deal, especially the market we're headed into. You better dig deep, you better reach deep. Now here's the deal, if you do it easy, real estate is hard. If you go for it hard and you do it hard, it becomes easy. Write this down. You get the big mo. Write that down. That's a technical term. You get the big mo. You get momentum. What do you mean by that? Everything you touch turns to gold. Every time you turn around, you're selling homes. What I'm about to teach you works so well for me that I set a goal to sell 30 homes in 30 days. Is that good?
Yeah.
How many agents would be thrilled to sell 30 homes this year? And you're thinking it's so small. You ever heard of a guy named Grant Cardone? 10 times it. Come on, man. You can do 10 times more, but you're comparing yourself to Bob and Jenny and Brent when I was new. I'm like, well, Brent sold 2, I sold 3, man, I got you, I'm doing good. And you're being competitive, and hey, I'm the rookie of the year, and I got 3 in escrow, I got 4. I know people that sell 1,900 homes a year. 900 homes a year. Because I went to stuff like this, and they said, hey, there's an event happening in Toronto, and I went. And I went to events in Las Vegas, I went to Florida, I traveled, I met people that were killing it. And pretty soon I realized I was selling myself short. So I'm going to talk to you about doing some different things. Now, how we would agree to set a goal to sell 30 homes in 30 days. Well, Zig Ziglar says this. Number one, you can't hit a goal you don't have. Do we all agree with that?
Yeah.
And goals create the daily activities necessary. And so you become focused in. Write this down. People are either wandering generalities or meaningful specifics. In your marriage, are you a wandering generality? Or are you taking the time to write a note, bring home a daisy that you picked from a field, a wildflower? Honey, I was do corny stuff like that. I mean, I actually folded my laundry and brought it up this morning. First time in 5 months, but I did it, and you're going to hear about it. But, you know, doing the little things, taking your spouse on like my wife and I are going out tonight. I don't know where we're going, probably El Fernando or Ruth Chris or Sienna's or maybe Pole March, but we're going out and we're going to paint the town tonight. You know why? Because that's what we do every Thursday night. And you'll find that you're a wandering generality in real estate or a meaningful specific. You could be a Tomahawk cruise missile. So today is about stepping up, about really kind of picking it up. And so I kind of figured it out. I mastered lead generation to the point where I could actually set a goal to sell, I gotta get you out, I forgot, I'll get you out. To sell 30 homes in 30 days. Is that good? So like, how many of you are just trying to sell one? You know? And so we're gonna teach you how to do this. And by the way, I'm proud to say that I failed. I'm always up here speaking because I failed. I failed at open houses. I was horrible at open houses. I hated them. I wrote them off for years. I did not succeed at listings for a decade. And then I got to the point where we carry 18 to 25 listings. Who would like to have 18 to 25 listings right now? But you try, you do. Like, well, I tried that. I tried internet leads, it didn't work for me. I tried golf, and I was terrible too. Golf looks easy. You watch it on TV, then you hit it, whoosh, and then the glass breaks, and there's signs. So you pay it, you break it, you pay for it. And so guess what? The month I set a goal to sell 30 homes in 30 days, I only sold 14. I told everybody I'd sell 30, I sold 14. My record prior to the big, hairy, audacious goal of 30 homes in 30 days was 7. I smashed my all-time record, double. Is that good to double your all-time record?
Yeah.
But guess what? 7, I'm like, will I ever sell 7 again? Now 7 became the new norm. You want to stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone so far that the new norm is awesome. How many like it to be normal to sell 5, 6, 7 homes a month yourself? So we're going to get into it. So let's get into it. You desperately need more clients. So basically, my record from open houses was in 30, I got 37 clients in 30 and a half hours to give me their private Social Security numbers. Do you collect private Social Security numbers for open houses? I do. All day long. Like, how many of you ever found agents can't even get somebody's name and number in an open house? I remember chasing people to the car in Rancho Cordova because I'm working for a small company 23 years ago called the California Equal Opportunity Homeownership Association. That was my first real estate brokerage. Is that a mouthful? What's your company name? The California Equal Opportunity Homeownership Association. Somebody give me last one. Right? And that was my first company. I worked there for half a year. And I remember going to hold open a Coldwell Banker open house because my parents worked for Coldwell Banker, and they gave me one of their listings. Signs as Coldwell Banker. I work for an independent. And then, did I have open house signs as a new agent?
No.
Did anybody ever borrow signs as a new agent?
Yes.
I borrowed their Coldwell Banker signs at their Coldwell Banker open house, and I held it open. And I didn't know what to say to people. I'm like, well, this is the trash can. This is the seat. This is the backyard. Like, yeah, we can see that. Just leave us alone. And then they're walking at the door. Hey, can I get your name and number? I'd love to help you maybe find homes, right? And what do you do? And they're like, no, we got yours. And I keep talking to them all over the car. And the guy's like, hey, get in, let's go. And they're like, let them rubber and get away from me. I'm like, this sucks. I mean, open houses, I didn't do them again for years. And so we're going to talk to you about how to do that, how to collect Social Security numbers. What am I saying that is so powerful that in the age of identity theft, people say, here's my private Social Security number. You guys got it like that? By the way, 19 got approved, which means 18 didn't. And I was able to call 19 on Monday and say, congratulations, you're approved to buy a home for, back then, you know, when I was doing that, when I did that one, I think home prices were like $300,000. And you got approved for $500, you got approved for $200, you're approved for $800. And they love, let's go shopping. And Sunday morning I woke up with no clients. And by Monday I had 19 approved buyers. How much did it cost me to acquire 19 approved buyers? Not even were they my buyers, I'm the one who got them approved. I didn't tell them who the lender was. I'm their hero. When you call someone and says, hey, you're totally approved, 0 down, 0 closing costs, up to $500,000, $500,000 pay any home you want, no rubber bills, Folsom, Roseville, Rockland. Let's go shopping. No payment for your first 2 months, up to 2 months. Let's go shopping. How do you feel about that?
Like you grab the value.
What's the interest rate? My lender just gave out an interest rate of 4.6, 30 years fixed. Depends upon when you buy the house, but 4.6. By the way, you said you talked to Bank of America. Did they tell you what the closing costs were? No, I go, that's a huge red flag. Because it could be $15,000. I've seen Lending Tree charge $18,000 when my lender did it for $9,000. So how'd you like to have a really low interest rate? How do I do that? And so we're going to get into how that goes here in a minute. But you can build a team or you can go solo. I was able to only learn how to do it, but to teach others people how to do it. So again, my experience with open houses, like yours, was probably terrible, hated it, didn't work. And then I saw John Brooks' Realty. But they did. I was out, and what changed my life was Truxell and Highway 80. There's certain moments in your life where your life changes forever. It's Truxell and Highway 80. I'm on El Camino in Truxell, and I'm driving down El Camino and I start seeing these signs, 500 Louisiana, free list of area homes. And they're everywhere. I mean, they're sign after sign after sign after sign after sign. And I'm a busy real estate agent going to show property. I get to the intersection, there's 2 signs at every corner. 8 signs at the corner alone. It must have taken them an hour to put these signs out. And I'm not even looking for open house. I'm going, what is this? And I just turned like a moth to the flame. And I drive buried in this subdivision. I get there, there's this many people on the driveway, upstairs, downstairs, backyard, and they're just taking offers on the house in the garage at a card table. I'm like, what? What is this? Oh, it's an open house. I'm like, yeah, I can see the house is open and people are going in and out. I go, who are you? And they go, John Brooks Realty. I went, oh. The light bulb went on. The company that's kicking everybody's butt because they're being different. There's a marketing genius. He wrote a book. I think it's called The Purple Cow. And it's like, what does it take to stand out? He's riding on a train across France. Well, there was a bright purple cow that would get everyone's attention, not like all the others. What do we do as agents? We just do all the normal, boring stuff. So you got to stand out. They were doing, I've never seen an open house like this. And I had this moment of inspiration. I copied them. I would spend an hour putting my signs out. Start at 9, get done at 10, break a nail, twist an ankle, you know. And then I'd sit there until 5, clock 7-hour open houses. You meet agents, it's so funny. I didn't open house today, I'm exhausted. I was out there from 2 to 4. It was exhausting. Oh, really? Mine was 1 to 4. You ever come to yours? No. You ever come to yours? No. Who's depressing, right? You ever done an open house when nobody comes? It's depressing. Why do I know that? Because I was that agent. I've laid on the floor begging God to send people through the door. Because I was 30 years old, had a wife and 2 small kids. You laugh? I did that. Antelope, California, a patio, enclosed. You know why people enclose their patio, right? For Fifi, for their cats. And there's cat hair everywhere, and I'm laying there. I get up, and the doorbell rings, because God answered my prayer, and someone came over. I'm getting the cat hair off me. Man, I've been there. I've had sucky open houses. But I got to the point where I'm going to do open houses, and I won't stay on my knees, where I'd have to stand up and talk to everybody. Well, it's just not like that anymore. Great. I disagree. I know people that had open houses with 40, 50, 60, 70 people in them last weekend. You just don't know how to do it, okay? So we're going to get off that a little bit, but basically, I started copying John Brooks Realty, and there they are. The analogy I like to use is a fruit stand. You ever been out in the desert, or maybe up towards Marysville, you see a sign, peaches, 8 cents, watermelon, 15 cents, Fuji apples, 23 cents, and you still, all of a sudden you drive. It happened, my wife and I, on our anniversary at the Ritz-Carlton, Half Moon Bay, driving along the coast down to Santa Cruz, fruit stand, strawberries, and all of a sudden, I look at her, you want to stop at that fruit stand and just grab some, I don't know, peaches or something? Was I thinking about fruit? Once I saw the signs, was I thinking about fruit? We bought some strawberries, we bought some grapes, we bought some, they sell some cheeses, and we bought a bunch of stuff. The signs were the key. What do we do as agents? We put out 5 Coldwell Banker signs, 7 Keller Williams signs, 9 Berkshire Hathaway signs. Woohoo! And we put up a blue and white balloon, because I work for Keller Williams, those are our colors. And if you're a Remax or Keller, you put out red and white balloons. And somehow the balloons mesmerize you when you're showing up at the open house. How's that working for you, right? So I put out 25, 30 signs, spent an hour doing it. And guess what? By 5 o'clock, people will be pouring through the door so hard, I'd stay till 6. It's now dark, I still come through the door. 7, I shut down open houses at 9 at night. You know, agents are like, no wonder your open houses aren't working. You got your teenagers pull shifts at Taco Bell that are longer than your 3-hour open house. And you're going to make $400,000 a year. I want to break a chair right now. I think that makes me upset. But that's what you've seen in the open houses from 1 to 4. No, they're not. They're from 9 to 9. Well, that seems kind of, radical. Okay, keep making your income. Keep driving the car you drive. Yeah, I got radical. On the weekends, I worked my tail off. I catch church Sunday morning, always did that. But I would literally get going from 8 in the morning and go till midnight. I'd be writing offers at 9, 10, 11, midnight. I've met people at homes at 1 a.m. because the husband was an American Airlines captain in charge of baggage, and he'd get off till midnight at Sacramento National Airport. I'm like, great, I'm coming to the movie tonight. I'll get around 12, 12:30. Let's meet at the home on Kona Drive in Orangeville at 1 a.m. Do you guys show property at 1 a.m.? I do, but I desperately want to succeed. I desperately do. I worship at the altar of money? No. But here's the deal. You need a little to pay your mortgage, right? And guess what I did Monday? I was at the zoo with the kindergartners. Guess what I did Wednesday? I'd go snow skiing. Guess what I did Friday? I was at Apple Hill with the 6th graders. I was the dad at all the stuff. The Gove family coached three soccer teams in Roseville. There's 3,500 kids, and they couldn't get, my wife did what I did, but none of the parents would volunteer for the final little team of like 6-year-olds. So like, would you please? I guess we could. And we ended up coaching 3 teams. We're the only family. Why? Because we had the time to do it. Why? Because on the weekends, I didn't fool around. I was a weekend warrior. I had all my free time Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I rocked it. When are people out who are buying homes on the weekends? Because they got jobs during the week. I snow skied, I water skied, I played during the week. On the weekends, I didn't play at all. So we'll talk about that. But the signs are the key. Sign after sign after sign after sign. You guys barely put one sign in a major artery. It's like, anybody ever hear of giving blood? Have you ever given blood? And when they miss, they're like, that's so cool they missed. Oh, I'm sorry, let me try the other one. And you're like, have this your first time to do this? Well, no, I've been doing this since last Monday. I've had a miss before. They're poking you and be like, oh, this sucks. I know I'm a grown man, but I don't like this. And so you do this open house, you go out to Winey Way or Fair Oaks or Greenback, or you put a little sign out. Me, I would start an Antelope and 80 at the off-ramp. I'd pull over, dropping signs at the off-ramp. Out there, running them for miles out there. Miles! You want to have outrageous results? Start getting a little radical in your life. I mean, if you're a Christian, you want to know the Lord, read the Bible a lot, pray, bring it in, do those kinds of things. You want to have a good marriage, invest the time in your marriage. You got teenage kids, you need to stop being a wandering generality with your children. But be intentional, be focused in all areas of your life. And then it becomes easy. I take my wife out every Saturday night, every Thursday night, every Friday night. We have 100 youth at my house. How long have you been doing that? Oh, about 20 years. Every Friday night, come by my house. There's 100 kids. Lori, is that thing packed full of kids? You're at my house every Friday night. Right? We're intentional about pouring into the lives of the kids. Now, so here's the deal. But the signs are everything. And what that turned into 168 million in sales in a single year. It's not bad. What that turned into, here's what the signs look like. So you have the open house sign, must see, open home, free list of area homes. It used to say 500 moves you in there, but you can no longer do that because of Regulation Z. Did I get that right? They will sue your butt. You put 500 moves in. Because then you got to put the language, right, Dave? You got to put the APR there. And it's hard to change the APR on your printed sign all the time. It's a little bit of a problem. So we got rid of that. They still work really well. Now, if you want to go rank, you can put Remax, Keller Williams, Lions, whatever your company's brand is there. But this is the magic. The magic is right there. You ever been in an open house and people pull up and they drive away? Because it was a 2-story, they wanted a 1-story. It was the English Schooner and the Hay English Schooner. The second you put free list of area homes on that sign, I was in Santa Cruz the other day. Pulled up your home, five houses off the ocean. And it was nasty. And I was about to drive away, and I noticed it says free list of area homes. Park the car, go in, now the guy's got a chance of converting me to be a client. The free list of area homes is genius, but what do? Because we're so smart, we put the word EXP. We put the word Remax and Lions, just Lions open house with an arrow. Your company's brand does not matter. I can care less whether EXP's there, Lions, Remax, but if you want the brand, if you're that kind of person, you can do it. But that is the mother lode, this free list of area homes. And then you have a list of homes. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Number of signs, 25 plus. Talk about that. The way the signs are put out are critical. I put them out for half a mile. So people, because they're driving, they're drinking coffee or Starbucks, they're on the phone, and it's got to get their attention. The fruit stand people, right? Figured it out a long time ago. When do they start those signs? Way the heck back there. By the time you get to the fruit stand, you're like, pull over, I want some Fuji apples. Come on, am I the only one? I guess I am. Anyway, that was great. Now, so here's the deal. You will lose signs, get over it, it's the cost of doing business. My signs used to cost $100 a piece, and we put out like a bunch of them, and the city roads will come and take like 18 of them, $1,800 to do an open house. It's gone. Need more signs, to spend another $1,800. Now these signs that we have here are $2.95. Okay, you lose 14 of them, you can survive the financial input. They're corrugated plastic. Buildasign.com is where you get them. So, You're going to lose them. HOAs will take them. You'll learn. I learned in Gold River that you can't have any other signs but the HOA approved Gold River. And some security cop had all my $100 signs in the back of his patrol, slamming them in there. Someone said, hey, someone's taking all your signs. And I shut the door and ran over it. Like, what are you doing? He said, you can't have these there. You get my property out of your thing. Right? I mean, it's the only time I ever kind of felt a little like, I might go crazy on a guy. And he's like, I'm sorry. He's pulling them out. Anyways. Probably wasn't one of my better moments. But I'm like, stay out of the intro. I never went back. Okay, the houses are vacant. That's a critical thing. All the homes I call Lions, Remax, Cultivator. Of course, I don't do it anymore. I don't need to. Sotheby's, Christie's, Nick Sadek, Mike Bailey over there at Berkshire Hathaway, Better Homes. Hey, buddy, can I hold your listing open? I held all those people's listings open. You mean I don't have to just stick with Lions? No. Do you know that a non-licensed person can do an open house? An 18-year-old who just graduated from Rockland High can do open houses this weekend. You do not need a license to do open houses. Anyone can hold open any house. The brokers say, well, the Lions rules are you don't hold our listings open. And one Lions agent will tell me that. Okay, thanks, call the next Lions agent. Thank God you called. I got 5 listings. You can hold my stuff open anytime you want. I'm like, and I keep their number. I make good friends with them. I was able to do open houses in Folsom, El Dorado Hills, Elk Grove, Wilton, wherever I wanted to be. Granite Bay, Loomis, Rockland, West Auburn, Penrith, Newcastle, and you kind of pick your market and you pick the price range. What did Nick Sadek, what can we learn from Nick Sadek? Raise your hand if you know who Nick Sadek is. Raise it up. Half the room. I graduated from Del Campo High School with Nick Sadek in he graduated in 83, I graduated in 84. And his brother Bill. They were the kings of Antelope. And then the crash, all their $300,000 homes dropped to $80,000 and $100,000 homes. And it was bankrupting Nick and Bill Sadek. Nick, out of desperation, out of a need, goes, I gotta move. Buys a tiny little house in Granite Bay. He gets a social membership. He shows up to every chamber, mixer, wine testing, open house, Granite Bay country club. He can't afford the big one, but he just starts showing up. Now Nick Sadek is the #1 luxury agent in all of Sacramento. He owns the Sotheby's. He's a great guy, wonderful human being, because he inserted himself into that price point. And he sells, I don't know, 80 to 100 homes a year. $1 million would be low, but $1.5 million to $5 million. Agents are like spiders. They take what comes into their net. Do you sell mobile homes? Well, how much is it worth? Maybe. Right? Do you do commercial? Will you sell my Taco Bell? And we're like, yeah, I sell Taco Bell. I mean, I got real estate. I sold a lot of stuff. My couch, my TV, just trying to survive. Okay? But you've got to be particular about what you're selling. And if you sell 50 homes at $300,000, can you make some money? Oh yeah. Well, what if because of the market drops and you drop to $100,000, $125,000, your income drops by 2/3 for selling the same 50? You get to this. It's a technical term, and some of you haven't been to higher learning, but it's called it sucks. That's the technical term. Okay? So if you can actually go, I'm going to do open houses only in Serrano, only in Loomis. I'm going to become the land person with horses, and I'm going to focus here, and I'm going to dominate Loomis. I'm going to dominate Wexford. I'm going to be the Los Lagos guy. I'm going to be the Granite Bay. I'm going to be the Rockland. Whitney Ranch is going to be mine, baby. And you do your open houses there. Because if you do open houses in Natomas, you're going to get Natomas clients. If you do open houses in Serrano, you're going to get Serrano clients, and you're going to get their friends and then your price point will be here instead of here. Nick Sadek went from here to here because he was intentional. He was not a wandering generality. He was a meaningful specific. You got to slow down. Write this down. Work on my business, not just in it. I'll say it again. For our vendors listening, they're all nodding their head in the back. Would you agree? And we have a man in the back from a wonderful home inspection company. He's going to come up and talk to you. And guess what? He's here working on his business. He's not doing a home inspection right now. You're all here. He's the only home inspector in the room. And he helped fund this, so you guys didn't have to pay here, because it costs a bloody fortune to rent this building. And he wants your business. Give him a hand. Yeah, really. $25 a piece, $50 on the road, it is nothing. So he would love to do home inspections with you. You should grab his card and throw him a bone. Your title and escrow people, we have Orange Coast in the back, the whole row of it. Give them a hand. They're all Guild Mortgages is just bent over backwards to help us, a mortgage company. But you need to do things for people that could do nothing for you. You could give him home inspection after home inspection. You can refer him agents that use him. What does that earn you? A ton. You reap what you sow. You give to people, and I get it, he may not be giving you listings and buyers, but guess what? If you're a giver, things just happen in your life. Do things for people that can do nothing for you. If you only do things for people that can do something for you, you're a taker. I'm just going to come straight out. If you know, seriously, you're a taker. If you're only doing things for people, you're doing it because you want to get something. There's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but you also need to do things for people, like buy tires for the secretary at your office who's in tears and they're bald and she's got a 2-year-old baby, she's been through a divorce, and she doesn't have the money for new tires. And as they say, April showers bring May flowers. It's going to rain here a lot in April, and she's going to drive away with bald tires, and you can be nuts for you to go to, come on, let's go to Les Schwab. And you buy her 2 tires for $120, $240 for you. You just got paid a commission of $10,000, $12,000. Maybe you got 3 or 4 of them, 30. It's nothing, but you didn't even take the time to notice because you were so busy pursuing your own agenda. Slow down. Todd Duncan, one of my favorite mortgage broker trainers ever, he trains the mortgage broker people. Any mortgage broker people in here? Got a few. Do you know the name Todd Duncan? Absolutely. I heard him speak at Paul Martin's. Ty Elimi invited me to hear him speak. And he said a lot of great things, but I remember this one thing. He said, if you will just slow down a little bit, and just slow down and take the time to get to know your clients, you will kill it in the mortgage business. I thought about what he said, and he's right. It's same for us in real estate, same for everybody, all our vendors in the back. If you will slow down, what do you mean slow down? I mean, when they mention their son's in polo player, and he's in like Europe, where is that? Where? Spain. He's smiling. He's just beaming as a parent. Saying, my son's in Norway. My son and daughter FaceTimed me this morning. Right here, she flew to Norway yesterday. Christina, love you, my daughter, and they were in Norway. And he's leaving for Saudi Arabia, and then he goes to somewhere in India by the Himalayas, and then he ends up in Indonesia. And you'll get me talking about my kids. And so find out about them and ask them and become sincerely, not as a sales ploy, but because you're a human being, and they see, you know what? They start connecting with you because you're a lover, not a fighter, because you're a person who cares. And we start really caring about the client, you have a client for life. And that's what I got. It was worth that day where I had to go to Paul Martin's and have this amazing steak lunch that somebody paid for, and it was worth it. And I got, so one thing I can remember that meeting, and it's helped me, slow down, take the time to get to know people. So, call any broker, ask them about doing an open house, they're going to say no, no big deal. You talk to 2 or 3 agents, not call brokers, you can call agents, and ask them. One of them, you can't get past 3. One of them say, yeah, hold it open, but I only did the vacant homes. There's a search criteria in MLS that says you can vacant with lockbox. That's what I click, and I do all those if I want to be down Robert Hills that day. Sometimes it was Whitney Ranch, other times it was Folsom. I try to stay around the lake. Around the lake, prices are high. Let's see if you guys agree. Newcastle, high or low? Loomis, Granite Bay, Folsom, Eldorado Hills, Citrus Heights, North Islands, okay, right? Arden area, you know, I guess, whatever. Nah, but I like new nice places, I like old stuff. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. You can target where you want to be, and you can absolutely kill it, and people will say yes to you. And you can do open houses Saturday, Sunday. I did them Saturday, Sunday till I was so busy I couldn't do them Saturday anymore. I had so many clients. You're 9 a.m. I'll show you property every Saturday night for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to find you a beautiful home. Not 2 or 3 months, not 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 weeks. I will find you a drop-dead home in 2 or 3 weeks. You're 11 a.m., you're 1 p.m., you're 3 p.m., you're 5 p.m. And then I would go out and show property, 3 to 5 homes, maybe 7, 3 to 5, maybe 7. They're like, well, I got 40, I'm going to go show them 40. They'll get so lost. I decide what homes they see. They give me a list, they go on Realtor.com, I find reasons to get rid of them. I'm digging. I'm digging. Why's this thing been here for? It says 365 days. You just go show it. well, they had a bunch of cats, and that person moved out, and we were working on freshening the air. I go, you want to buy a house that was inhabited by 8? No, I go, off. I took it off the list, you know what I mean? I'll just cat people in the room, you're offended, I'm sorry, it is what it is. Now, okay, so, but basically, I would get to the point, and then I'd write offers, okay, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, 1, I'd be writing offers. He's selling 3, 4, 5 homes a weekend. How many like to get to that?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk to you about. How to greet people at an open house. I don't. A lot of you walk up, you hand me your card, I'm Bob, I'm Brent, I'm Karen, I'm Tammy, here's my card. Don't do that. That's what salespeople do at a furniture store or a jewelry store. I bought a new home, I've been buying furniture, they all walk up to you and shove your card in your hand. You go to a car lot, they shove their card in your hand. You go to a boat lot, they shove their, stop it. You're better than that. I'm like, hey, welcome, come on in, I'm here when you need me. Oh, thank God someone's going to leave me alone. Right? And I don't have a sign-in sheet, I have none of that. They wander around the house, okay? So that's how I greet them, okay? Now, let's see if I can hit the right button here. So they wander around the house, they're about to leave. I go, hey, you want the free list of area homes before you leave? There it is, right off the MLS deal. Just one-liners, boom, 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 okay? And then it's got homes. Now you could go, I don't want to sell homes under 300,000, so you could go 300 to $1 million. Right? Whole list of homes. That's about all I have. There might have been 80 homes taken. These are all vacant, by the way. And when you ask for their information, I'll show you. You go, we have your card. I go, well, hey, just so you know, you can't get my list on Realtor.com or Homes.com or Zillow or Redfin. You know why? They don't publish the vacant home list. You know why? Because criminals would go there, and they know nobody's there. They break in and steal all the appliances. Do we agree? I publish it. I've been fingerprinted, background checked. I have every legal right to print this list, and I can even give it to you. And they're all vacant. So who's got a business card on them? I like a business card. Take it. Here we go. So when you give out your business card, I go, here's my business card. Here's a list. You have my permission to go ahead, you take it. That's my business card. You have my permission to go on the property, go right up to the windows and look through the windows, right into their family room. You can go through the side gate, the pool, take your kids, go swimming quick, try it out. I say that, they know I'm kidding. And I said, if anybody comes, you say, my agent, I'm buying a house, he told me to come here and check this out. You tell them to call me if they have a problem with that. I've been doing this for 20 years, I've never, that sounds dangerous, I might get in trouble. That's what I say to you. Anyways, so here, here's the key words. This is your passport to every property you ever see. You guys hand out business cards, I hand out passports. Are passports valuable?
Yes.
I've had people say, hey, we found the house, call us if you want to make an offer. I'm like, awesome! Who is this? oh, sorry. We had your passport in our wallet for a year. We liked you. You were different. Oh, I'm different. And you're not like all the other, emailing properties. And never stop emailing properties. Just stop it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. You have no value. I go, you can't get my list. Well, why do I want the vacant home list? These people all live in another house. They're making double mortgage payments. They sold their home for $485. They probably bought one for $7. They're making mortgage payments on $1.4, $1.3 million of real estate. They're freaked out. That's why you want to buy from my list. They got granite counters. They got pools, 4-car garages. They're stunning. They're in Whitney Ranch. They're in Toronto. They got views of Lake Folsom. They're drop dead gorgeous. That's my list. And they're highly motivated to sell. Would you like to buy a beautiful home from a desperate seller? Yes or no? I'm like, well, I don't think that would work. Great. How's your mindset working? How many homes you sell a year? Here to sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes. It is what you get out of it. I lost my clip because I was walking around. Where did I put it up here? Oh, here it is. So, anyway, it does work. And then I go, all I need before you leave is your email address, and I'll add you to my list. I publish, write down that word. I publish this list every Friday. And I don't know you guys, all week I go, nope, I only do it on Fridays, and you can go that weekend, I'll never go if you call me back. We use the honor system. The homes are all vacant, you can call another agent. You can use my list and call somebody else. I'm good with it. Yeah. So they go to give me their email list, and they fill this out. It used to have a balloon there called Remax for 12 years. Then it had Keller Williams there for 8 years. Now it's got EXP on the EXP. My application is 5x7. That may look huge. It's 5x7. Everyone got that in your mind? Your letters will want to make it 3 pages long, legal, All it has is name, email, job, years of their job, income, social security number, co-applicant's name, phone number, job, years in the field, income, their social security number, signature, permissions granted for program administrator, authorized creators to determine potential qualification of local fire systems programs. I never ask for the social security number. They just write it down on the form. Because they do it at the top. So I grab the form, they go, yeah, here's my email, I write it there. And then I go, so now I don't want to send you homes at 300,000 and then 3 million. I don't want to spam your inbox with stuff you're not interested in. What price range you in? We go, oh, thanks for asking. We're looking at 4 to 600, but we really want to keep it 4 to 5, but we go up to 6. And I write right here, 4 to 600,000. And I go, now, I met you here at Whitney Ranch. Are you interested in Roseville? They're like Twin Cities. Oh, yeah, I'll do Roseville. And then we write Roseville. Then I write, would you consider Lincoln? Because 12 Bridges, Cotamadera is actually some nicer communities in Roseville and Rockland. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, put that down. What about Antelope? Nope, not Antelope. What about Orangeville? No, we're not rural people. So then I write down, I ask cities, I go, would you do a single story or a single story? Would you want a 3-car or 4-car garage? Would you want a pool? No pool. Would you want granite? Do you want an update? Do you want a newer home? 2000? I ask them a million questions. Now what they don't realize that's happening is I'm building rapport with them. How many bedrooms do you want? Could you do a 2 or 3 bedroom? No, we have 4 kids. We need a 5-bedroom minimum. Oh, I have kids too. How old are yours? Oh, no. I go, oh, cool, man. And we start building rapport with them. I don't even know their name at this point. I've never asked their name. All I have is their email address. And I literally said, oh yeah, by the way, my name's Brent. What's your name? Ricky, nice to meet you. And what's your wife's name here? And oh, I'm Cindy, Ricky and Cindy. And for the first time I write Ricky and Cindy there. I don't say, what's your last name? How do I spell that? I don't do that. It's just Ricky and Cindy. I don't care. I care about them. I don't care what anybody's last name is. The last thing you should get is somebody's name, in my opinion. The second they walk in and you go, hi, I'm Bob. Your name is? Clara. You're a salesperson. That's what salespeople do. You don't want to be a salesperson. I get it, we're salespeople, but you're going to produce at a level you've never produced at before. And then I say, now, have you talked to your lender yet? And then they go, well, yeah, I got my lender, my credit union, blah, 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 blah. And what kind of interest rate they take? Well, they didn't mention that yet. What about the credit? I go, well, that's a huge red flag. I go, our lender just gave out 4.6, and closing costs usually run about 10 to 12,000 on a home like this. He did it for 9. How would you like to get a 4.6 and, well, we really love our lender, we don't want to change. If you take 1 minute, I put the pen down on the application and I back up. If you take 1 minute, fill this out, and you simply mention to your lender that you met an agent who's having you get pre-qualified with another lender who says it's good when you build a deck to have 3 contractors give you bids on the deck. When you remodel your home, it's good to have at least 3 contractors give you bids on the remodeling and then pick one that's right with you. You mentioned to your lender that you actually are getting pre-qualified with a lender. The interest rate is going to drop, the closing are going to drop. You can still use your lender, but I will literally, if the interest rate goes from 4.9 to 4.6, I'm saving you $30,000 in interest over the next 30 years. That's what that will do. Would you like to save $30,000 in interest? Has anyone ever told me no? Guess what they say? Some of you go, why didn't I record this? I don't know. Record. Now, so they go, well, yeah. I go, take 1 minute, fill this out, and I will call you Monday with your approval. I don't say I'll call you Monday if you get approved. I will call you with our approval. My approval department is liberal and generous. Man, practically everybody gets approved. I'm telling you. And they're like, and they fill it out. And I got 37 of these filled out in 3.5 hours on a rainy day. It was raining so hard, the rain was going vertical. That day I stopped at Craig Auto Supply and bought like 60 bungee cords. I brought a separate change of clothes because I dressed really nice and really high end. I brought another pair of jeans and a polo and Timbs. And I brought a towel and I literally toweled up. I was soaking wet. I locked the front door. I'm in the half bath. And over the next 3.5 hours, I must have had 45, 50 kids. That was the only open house happening. No, it was like torrential. But I lived on my calendar. Stop! Are you going to go houseboating this weekend? I should really go. Yeah, I'll go houseboating. No! You dare go houseboating. You live by your calendar. Grown men and women live by their calendar. Decide what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and do it! Am I getting crazy here? Okay? But you understand? I mean, I'm sorry. You're like, well, I want to make $400,000 a year. Really? How many jobs pay $400,000 a year? Well, I'd like to make $800 to $1 million a year. Really? You're just not going to patty cake your way there. You're going to work like a dog on the weekends, and you're going to have free time during the week. And then pretty soon you do things right, you literally get to do what you want to do. So this is that works awesome. And I never, then I go, oh, by the way, when they're all done, what's your last name when we fill that out? Then I always repeat their email and their phone number, because they may have written it. Always rewrite the email, the phone number, because can you read, how many people can read your writing? And you'll be able to read theirs, so I rewrite it so I can clearly get it. Because, oh yeah, I see that, then the next day you got 20, 30 of these things, and you're like, oh, what did they say? And now you can't reach them, because you can't read their writing. Always read, especially that, always rewrite the phone number right there, every single time. And you'll see. And when they leave, I turn the form over and I write down everything I can think about. Like, it was this man wore a tan jacket, had a cool looking goatee, wore glasses, looks like a college professor. I mean, I write stuff about him so I don't forget, you know? Yeah, or was I? Come on, baby. So, you know, if I was this man, I'd be like tall, extremely athletic, good looking, you know, whatever. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah. But anyways, Don was a world champion windsurfer, like ESPN #1 in the world, right there. He'll be our final speaker today. You can hear from him, yep. I was a rugby player at Chico State. I learned how to drink a lot of beer. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Now, anyways, okay, so I talked about the low interest rate, the low closing costs. Just take a moment, fill it out. Take a moment, fill it out, and I'll call you Monday with your approval and back up. What about the 18 people who didn't get approved? I'm going to run into, well, what could they be? Well, if they work on their credit, you know, maybe in about a year, maybe about 2 years, maybe a year and a half. Congratulations, Larry. You got approved to buy a home in 2 years. Everybody gets approved. Right. You just went foreclosure last week. You're approved to buy a home in 4 years. Congratulations. Everybody gets approved. No, sorry, you didn't make it. You go home and eat your life together. All right. I did that when I didn't know better. So all 37 got approved. Some are approved now, some are approved. I go, you got some bumps and bruises on your credit. Could you use a little help? My lender is amazing. His name is Jeff Compton from Guild Mortgage. I've worked with me. He'll massage that credit report, bring your credit score up, and buy a home in no time. I mean, it's a year and a half. Did not the last 18 months just fly by? Yeah. How'd you be in a position where you could buy a home in 18 months? Would you like some help? They would say, yeah, I'd like some help. And then I get his database and he flips them back to me. So that's how that works. Okay, I'm gonna go faster. Wrap up on the here. Everyone gets approved. I have these all over the house. I'll have like 5 or 6 homes in like good Staples and Office Depot, little plastic things that present. And then I mark down the price because we're not paying that price. We're buying from the vacant homeless. We're going to pay this price. I literally mark it down. This is my goal, getting the house for $485. You can't do that. I do it all the time. There's no reason why you can't do it. I don't say that's the price. This is what other agents would have to pay. I'm going to help you get this home at $445. I believe I can do it. I can't promise it, but I believe it. But guess what? I get it. I can tell you a million and then tell the stories. Zig Ziglar's the best salesman or sales story. I just helped someone get a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, 3,000 square foot, fully remodeled in El Dorado Hills on a third of an acre, tricked out for $268,000. Is that good? Is that good? Yeah. The home is vacant. The relatives inherited the home, they just like dump it. We don't even need, you'd be shocked. I've had people say, it's $100,000 worth of equity, just let it go back to the bank. I can't even be bothered with this. Really? Yes! And so you can get a good deal. Share that. Say, I know a guy. You can share the story I just said. These are the vacant, I just want to get rid of them. And I'll give you a good deal. So how to book an open house? I do it on Monday. I call around. You book an open house for that weekend, Saturday, Sunday. No cancellations. 2 or 5. I sold the house Friday. They'll call. I sold the house. Can't do the open house. I go, it's too late. I already advertised it. I got people coming from San Francisco to this open house. I'm going to hold it open for backup offers. When I can't find homes I want, I look over the pending list. I hold pending homes open. Why would you not hold pending homes? Are they sold? No. I'm holding it open for backup offers. Do pendings ever fall in escrow? Yeah. Are we giving the highest level of service to our sellers to hold their home open, even when it's in escrow? Heck, you can't do that. Why not? You absolutely can do it. I called Paul Bouillet. Hey, I saw you that gorgeous pending in Whitney Oaks for $680. Can I hold it open this weekend for backup offers in case it blows out? How would you like to have one wait right there? He goes, yeah, I'd love that, right? Go ahead. I hold pending homes open. If they said, is this home pending? You bet it is. I'm holding it open for backup offers. Do I put a sign that says, this home's pending, don't come open it? I'm coming. No, I don't put that. Nobody ever asked, by the way. And so, move around, find your favorite fishing holes. I would go from my favorite fishing hole of all time, the promontory. Does anyone know where that is? What city is it in? El Dorado Hills. It's right there above Folsom, right there by the lake, the promontory. I remember one time, in like an hour and 20 minutes, I picked up $800,000 buyers in an hour. I'd shaken their hands, I looked them in their eyes, and they're from the Bay Area. It's like my favorite. You remember any fisherman? Like, I love this one bend on the river in that deep pocket. There's big German browns, and it's my spot. Everybody needs a spot. Find yours. You go, well, I tried, it didn't work. I tried sushi, it didn't work, right? And then now I love it. So what? It's like a kid. I tried Spanish, I still like Spanish now. Okay, so you get so busy, you can only hold them open on Sundays. Then you get so busy, you can only hold them open every other Sunday, then every third Sunday, then every fourth Sunday. Then you're just so busy, I mean, I don't have to do it anymore, but my team does them because they need to make the money. Short-term pick, long-term game. It's 2 to 3 months of Saturday, Sunday. 2 to 3 months Saturday, Sunday. 2 to 3 months Saturday, Sunday. It's just a short period. I think you're just doing them Sunday. How do you have so many clients you pick and choose? Like I book with a 9/11, 1, 3, 5, and I'm like, we want to go out. I'm like, I'm booked. I can't take them out. So I met the guy at 3 o'clock, works for a floor shop. He was a little sketchy. I double booked myself at 3. They want to look at homes in Whitney Ranch for $700,000. He wanted to look at homes in Antelope. There's nothing wrong with him. I'm not saying this is a bad person at $350,000. If you could show homes for $700,000 or $350,000, what would be a better use of your time for your family? I mean, like, well, you should serve them. Okay, you go sell homes for $80,000 in some poor neighborhood and spend all your time doing that. You can do that. And that's a good thing to help people. There are other people who would do that. I need to provide for my family. Do you need to provide for yours? Absolutely. So guess what? I targeted the right markets, and so I double booked myself at 3. So I called Jerry. Hey, Jerry, we saw number 3. Awesome. Exciting. Something's come up. I can't make it. But Sheldon, my partner, he's going to meet you at 3 o'clock at that Starbucks we talked about on Laguna Boulevard in 99. Sheldon's going to be there. You don't care who lets you in the houses, do you? Not at all. And what Jerry doesn't know is I just did a handoff. Sheldon now has a client for $350,000 down in Laguna. I'll never see that client again. He's running with it. I've switched clients. I've top graded to my other client. So I'll double book every one of those appointments and switch and then give away clients and take a 25% referral fee. You got to work with some people that in other words, how would you like to have so many clients? You only work with ones who bring you presents. Literally, I'm sorry we're in here from Atlanta. We have to buy a home by Sunday. We stopped by Starbucks. Here's a mug. Here's some coffee. And we're so sorry to put up this pressure. You know, we can only spend $800 to $1 million in Cognitive, but we have to buy a home by this Sunday. We are so sorry to put you on a gun like this. Who would like clients like that? This is what I'm talking about. Here's what you guys have. Who's got a pen? Can I borrow your pen? What's your first name again? Joe. Don't let me forget Joe. This is most real estate agents in America. The average agent sells how many homes a year? 6. They walk around with this. Anyone know what this is? It's a test tube. And are test tube babies pretty or different? So you put, they have 2 or 3 clients, they put in the top of the test tube and out like a little drop. Hoorah! A sale. And they do that once every 2 months and they starve to death. And they give real estate a black eye because they don't have clients to ever get good. You get good if you get a lot of clients. It's like an IV drip, right? You're on that, if you're in urgent care, or critical care, they put you on an IV. And he goes, drop, 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 and then just try to keep you alive. You need just enough sales to try to keep yourself alive. It's like you're an IV. You want a funnel. You want so many clients. You only have time to work with the very best. The highly motivated, the kind. You guys know, you ever had a client where you go, I should work with this client. You ever had that? Yeah. But it's $900,000. And the commission's going to be like, oh, we're $20,000. And then you work with them, and you're like, what was that? 6 months later, they're still looking at homes, they're driving you crazy, they're mistreating you. They're saying, no, you come right now for your son's birthday party, or I'm going to call the sign on your listing, and they have no respect for you. You ever done that? And you didn't listen to that little voice. And you realize, even if you're not a Christian, you begin to believe the devil is real. Okay? I have made a pact with the devil. My client is the devil, and you know what I mean. We've never been in this business. So we all get bad open houses. I'm not saying every open house you're going to do is going to work. Some are going to flop, some are going to be a bomb. Oh well. Rain, wind, or shine, heat, I'm there. I'm doing in the summer, I remember doing it in Elk Grove. It's 105. And there are HUD homes, you couldn't hold them open. So I put up an easy up in the tent in the street, and the sign just said, house, freeless to homes, no open. People age, you can't hold this open. I go check the front door, it's locked. I'm in the street. Get scrappy. Because if you get scrappy, you get good. If you don't get scrappy, then you're don't say it. Now, you gotta work on it. Follow up with buyers. I call them 7 times in a day. I'll take a FedEx envelope, put some stuff in it, go put it on the doorstep. You don't even have to spend the money. Oh my gosh, a FedEx thing. You open it up and it's a note from you with some properties. You know, you're just all over it. What do you do when someone won't call you back? I call up the gauntlet call. What's the gauntlet call? It's you call them back and you say, Ricky, man, I've been calling you. We connected at open house. And you said you wanted this, I've been saying it, but I haven't heard from you, man. I've texted you a couple times, called you a couple times. I go, at this point, all I can think of is I've somehow offended you. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I mean, hopefully you're not in the hospital, you're in a car wreck or something, and hopefully you bought a house. And if you did, congratulations, I couldn't be happier for you. Way to go. You ever had a client you connected with and they go dark on you? And I go, but I have to think I must have offended you from the bottom of my heart because I really thought we connected. I apologize. So I'm not going to call you again. I will never contact you again. This is the last contact you'll ever get from me. If you want to work with me, here's my number. 3 out of 10 will call you back, or 4. 3 to 4 out of 10 call you back. I'm so sorry. I've just been busy. Would you show us property this weekend? You resurrect the dead ones. Are you with me? I call it the gauntlet call. Finally, the magic move. You always book an appointment. I say, okay, every Monday, every Saturday, every 9 a.m., we go out for an hour. Show me properties an hour. I'll show you 2 or 3 properties. If they look, they buy. Write that down. If they look, they buy. That's how the deal works. If they look, they buy. I always have extra homes. Maybe they set up to 5 and you got one you found at 5:30. It's awesome. You can offer under 5. And you show them everything. They hate it all. Go show them one at 5:30. Read it to them. Go show it to them. Have emergency backup homes. Be safe, listen to a little voice, don't go into vacant homes with strange men. Be safe. I'm a big guy. Sometimes I've been at some sketchy parking lots late at night and you see some rough crowd. I put my phone on 911. I'm ready. You know? I'm ready. I'm smart. You be smart, right? Someone might kidnap little Brent. So prepare the night before for your open houses. We have this training that's done much better at my website, BrentGoveResources.com. It's called How to Do a Mega Open House. Listen to that. The signs, very inexpensive. 20 turns, 5 strikes. I don't think that number's updated, so I'm going to switch it. Was this good? Use your information on some attitude. It's your attitude.